Then I had this guy come along, and he'd been in a car accident, and he used to duck hunt. His name was Larry Dixon, and he asked me to take him hunting. And I had this XL boat, you know, it wasn't handicapped equipped at all, you know, but it'd get us there. So I decided I'll take him, you know, and he had more friends than I met through Larry, you know, talking to him, and it bothered me that one of them was quadriplegic, and that I couldn't take him. I had to leave him behind, and so I'm out there, and we go on this great hunt. You know, I take Larry out there, and this spot that I've got down here on the coast, and we limited out on a variety of ducks in about 45 minutes, and he had brought two friends with him, and they had hunted with a guide down here, and both of them had paid a total of $1,000 for 2 trips and hadn't killed anything, and they were in 3-man limit there. And everything went real well, and this guy realized that he had a cell phone signal in the duck blind, and he was calling everybody because, I mean, that's what we just gave back to him. It had been 12 years of not being able to hunt that way, and I just thought to myself then it was something great, and I was going to keep it up. And before that, you know, let me get back to that part, but you know, I was thinking about all this stuff and the guiding and all this stuff, and I fell asleep one night, and I had this dream, and I guess the Lord spoke to me, but all I remember is the words in this dream said, you can do better and you can do more. And I woke up that morning, I didn't really know what it was all about, but I had this clear blueprint in my head of how to get a wheelchair in a boat, what the boat had to be like. And so I went with it, and it was a whole master plan. How do you get them in a blind? How do you get a wheelchair in a blind? How do you get a mobility chair in a blind? And all this was a perfect setup. And it was in my head, and I didn't know where it came from because I hadn't thought about that.
He's more worried about like
engineering it and everything.
yeah, he wants to
Schematics down.
yeah.
You gonna put them side by side?
Yeah.
No way, I called dibs on being on the front like the Titanic. Damn it, Bob.
Damn it, Bob.
Well, Dad, what do we do if somebody wants to say well done?
We asked him politely but firmly to leave.
That sounds just something.
I love Hank Hill.
No,
Just because you don't think it's funny.
Looks like him. I got to say that air truck gun. I was waiting for like, I was like, hurry up and get out your truck. As soon as you got out his truck,
Oh yeah,
always had it. It was a funny show.
you would have been like, that's not funny, and I was like, oh no.
You talking about shooting me with an airsoft gun?
How like the sign show the cartoon
You can play tag. I was playing on 45. That's all I got, though.
You don't want to play with me.
Airsoft versus 45.
I got 2 shotguns, 45, like 60 rounds.
Yeah, I got hurt while I was in Afghanistan on my last month of deployment. We were on a patrol, and I stepped on a bomb, launched me about 10 feet in the air. I landed in a well. It pretty much cut me in half, all the way up my chest. Spent a lot of time in the hospital, I think altogether. Like my longest stay was almost a year. Hundreds of surgeries.
But you're back.
I'm back, nothing stopping me. I surf, I ride Harleys, work on cars, hunt, fish.
From Idaho originally.
Yeah, I'm originally from southern Idaho.
Still there?
Twin Falls area.
Yeah.
And got stationed in San Antonio, Texas. So
Man, they were. Yeah, right here. You remember that South Park episode? They're coming right for us. I
All right, that back one. No, wait, they're all three hens. Let them
Another
load.
one coming. Another one coming from
Is
the
that
right.
Drake coming on in? Right in front?
That's
Drake.
a Drake.
Kill that bird.
You know, if you want to tell me a little bit how you got connected with Trinity Oaks and you got connected with Hell or Highwater, I'd love to hear about that.
Well, I actually didn't hunt until after I got hurt. Some guys came and stole me out of the hospital. And they used to be part of another foundation, and they'd steal me out of the VA Polytrauma Center on weekend passes. And they took me on a dove hunt. I was hooked from then on. Got me big axis bucks. I got hooked on it. And one of the guys I met, Gary Rennick, me and him have become really good friends. And he actually hooked me up with Trinity Oaks. And this is my first Trinity Oaks hunt, but I've seen and heard a lot about what they do, and I mean it's amazing. And Gary called me about a week and a half ago. I was actually in Idaho and visiting family for Christmas, and he said, "Want to go duck hunting?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Look at this page," and told me about Hell or Highwater. I looked on there, I saw airboats and ducks, and I was like, "Oh, when do you want me there?" And I thought it was gonna be on the 13th or 14th, and he called me on, I think it was the 8th, and he was like, "That's on the 11th." And at this time I was still in Idaho, so I ended up driving, I think it was about 30 plus hours straight to get here. But I mean, I'm glad I did. I've had a blast. Ben from Hell or Highwater, I mean, and all these guys, they're amazing. Like I've had a blast. Trinity Oaks, awesome people. I'm glad I got to come. You know, one of the better duck hunts I've been on. Like it's right up there at the top. You know.